a motherfucking Thursday, and we back in this bitch.
Yeah, missed us. It's been 2 weeks.
Aight, motherfuckers, I know. This is Inappropreality, episode 122. I am Mike Torch.
Okay, Finesse.
Marc Austin.
Oh my G's. Guy, many talents, but shout out our sponsors. Shout out Haiku, Terry's Tees. Grab your tickets November 14th. Welcome to Splitfield. Carla got some tickets. Matt got tickets. Hit me. Chico got tickets. Sherelle got tickets. So yeah, hit up any of us and see y'all there. I forgot how many.
Y'all saw the vendors list. We don't need to tell y'all no more because we printed it out for you guys.
I don't even know. It's 20 plus vendors. So many flowers, so many edibles. It's gonna be a lot. We got performers, comedians, all types of shit that's gonna be out there. So you're not only gonna be high, you're also gonna be entertained, man. I'm not the only DJ in the building that night either. We got to open a shout out Rack One, Rob Santos, Ron Baker, Gook. That shit's gonna be stupid. But we got Mark in the building tonight. Yo, this guy, you see the artwork. You see the green. There's a whole bunch of shit we could talk about right now. But how you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing the gifts. This guy is yo, I got this, I got that.
Very given. We appreciate it.
Wow, very
Mac,
humble.
you're lost.
I know. This guy.
Super humble. Nah, I just brought a little bit of something. I'm always going to bring something nice for you.
Wait,
Like
that's a knock on the door?
Uh-oh.
We got a special guest tonight?
Oh, shit, this nigga.
Okay.
This way.
Come on down.
And then
Okay.
some more.
Okay, that's the bro Rico. Come in, man. Come in.
I'm sorry, man.
Pleasure. That's how it happens sometimes. That's what's up.
Rico Cartel.
Yeah, I saw you call me earlier.
Right now.
This guy, Rico. Yo.
Talk your shit,
You
man.
know what
Talk your
the
shit,
fuck
man.
it is, man. I don't know if we can swear on here. It is what it is. Shout out to the podcast we here, nigga.
We're gonna have to
Rico
fix
Cartel.
that up.
You know what time it is. Like me dropping soon, man.
Okay.
I saw the snippet, man, looking crazy.
I just
Okay.
came to
Working
slide
with
in real quick to say, man, November 14th is going down.
You already know.
On the Splitfield. Y'all make sure y'all show up. Then tickets is on sale right now, man. Shout out to Inappropreality, man.
This
for
shit's
the
dope as
culture.
fuck.
It's going down. Yo,
Facts.
I got some shit going.
Facts.
I'm over there shooting the skit with the bros and them, man. So, you know.
Oh, shit.
Hell yeah. We working always,
Always.
I
man.
just see your ass, nigga. I just seen you, nigga.
15 minutes
I just
ago,
seen
nigga.
you. Leave.
Right, I'm out of here. I just want to come show some
The fuck out of here. Word. Hell yeah.
Hold up. Nah, hold on.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna call you. What's that? That's the new batch right there. Oh yeah, let me grab that for you, bro.
Real inappropriate, but I don't give a fuck. Yo, we do shit like that. It be like that. Yeah, take advantage. Look at that.
Say hi.
That gas too, bro.
Say hi. I love moments like that. Very unexpected.
I love that
Only
guy.
on Inappropriality where you get some real appropriate shit because who else can do that? Like shout out Rico Cartel. Like this shit's been going hard.
That's a fact.
We talking about some weed right here, right, yo. So this shit is crazy. I hit this real quick, and I was like, the taste is amazing. So you grew this.
Yeah, that's my own strain right there. You know?
What'd you say you crossed this with?
That's the green crack Kush with the Psycho Delicia right there.
See, like I love green crack. That's one of my favorite strains all time.
Yeah.
That's like top 5.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Is that what kind is that indica
It's a
hybrid?
sativa. The first time
Sativa?
I had it was in Cali, so that was another thing too. So it was just like, oh, this shit was mad sticky. It was everything.
The right place, right strain. That's a fact. Nah, the buds get a nice conical shape. You know what I mean? And they're diesel. They're resistant to bugs. They flower quick. So it was a real good chassis to start with. Was the green crack. You know what I mean? I've been running that strain for like maybe 7 years now.
Word.
Crossed it with the Psycho Delicia. That's another sativa strain. So it's like some gas. It's just the gas nose is on the front of it. You know, it's fuely, burnt rubbery. Here you go. That's one for you.
Mac.
Game on.
Mac, bro, come on.
Bringing gifts. Nah, so it's been a little while with that strain though.
They in here talking. They saying Chem Dog. They got sour in here. They saying what's some of your favorite strains?
Yeah.
Some of my favorites. Oh shit! Right now it's that peanut butter breath.
That shit.
Boop, boop,
Yo,
boop,
yo,
boop, boop. Mike
yo.
Tyson uppercut to your jaw, broke your jaw. What
That
else
shit's
I like?
fire,
The motor
fire.
breath. Any of the breaths. Any of the breaths is stupid.
I'm on that garlic wave right now.
The garlic mushroom onion, and GMO.
Yo, I'm on that garlic wave right now. That shit's stupid.
That's heavy. That's heavy. Yeah. I like that garlic too. What else do I like a lot right now? The mimosa. The mimosa's the best strain I had.
Can I tell you the ones that I don't like?
What's that?
What's good?
Gelato mad trash.
Yo,
Oh,
facts.
Yo,
Facts.
yo,
I
okay.
cannot stand gelato, yo.
is trash.
That shit is just the name, yo. Unless I just haven't come across no good shit.
Yeah, you know what happened?
People just be saying it's gelato, and I'm like, yo, this shit, like,
I'll
Basura.
tell you what happened. Cause motherfuckers got those bags, those Mylar bags.
Let's talk about that.
You
Oh
know
my
what I mean?
God. Let's
And they
talk
sticking
about
shit
that,
in them
man.
bags that's not them bags. And that gelato's really fire. But you know, sometimes when you water down the cut, everybody pass the cut around. They keep growing it, and it just washes the shit out. It happened with OG Kush too. You know what I mean? Wash the strain out.
word.
That
We gotta
Keto
open this.
looking-
Shout out to wifey. Cocoa by Shark. Grab your
Word.
bottles. Grab your
Shout
bottles.
out, shout out.
$30 a bottle.
Worth every
$30
penny.
a bottle. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice packaging, man. This is the best tasting coquito you'll ever have in your life. This is the salted caramel one. We're about to open this
Looks like
and
it's
enjoy.
Facts. Thank you, Shar.
What are your preferred methods of smoking? We was having this conversation beforehand because I'm a paperhead. I only smoke papers. That's it.
Me, prefer smoking method is gonna be probably the pipe or the bowl, the bong.
See,
the
those
pipe.
give me like crackhead vibes. So I hate like, working up the bowl, like anything like that. Anything like dabbing gives me those type of vibes.
I get that. Nah,
I'm
get
old school.
that.
I'm a Dutch head.
Rather hold it. Yup.
Big Dutch, big man.
Nah, you know
Big
what?
blunts.
I used to smoke like 20 blunts a day. I used to smoke with the green Garcias,
Yeah.
brown
God.
Garcias. Yeah, I've been smoking for a little while and shit, but I'm allergic to the tobacco. It started taking a toll on me. It started breaking me out, you know, fucking me up basically and shit. And at a point, I just had to stop fucking with it. So I transitioned. But now, yeah, I like to smoke the I don't really like the dabbing and all of that. That shit is kind of it's like the freebasing of cannabis smoking.
Nah,
It is,
nah,
yo.
it is.
You do
You
feel
know
like
what
you're
I mean?
smoking crack with weed.
Yo,
Yeah,
you be like
Yeah.
this, like trying
Yeah.
to get your composure back. Like it's crazy how that should be making you feel, but it do hit. No,
I do love that shit. That's the difference. I love smoking wax. I love it, but like, it's nothing like the ritual. It's a ritual sitting down, breaking down, rolling up,
Yeah,
smoking that whole half hour, 45 minutes, however long your shit takes. I'll be watching podcasts.
Yeah.
So I'll be fucking, that shit be going
Zoning
out with
out.
me stuck in conversation. So that whole 45-minute session is not like me heating up this glass and putting this fucking dab in there and me getting high immediately.
Immediately.
Like,
Yeah.
like there is
Immediately.
there is no difference, yo. You're not getting any higher, yo.
No, that's a fact. Nah, the way I learned it, that was like 6 years ago. Shit, I'm gonna tell you something. Maybe like 2003, I started making honey oil in my backyard, my mom's backyard. Maybe 2001, with PVC pipes and coffee filters, and you would run butane
Yo,
through it. Put the weed in the
pause
PVC
that.
pipe. Go ahead.
Am I not lying? Am I not
I
lying?
gotta do what Mike did the other day. Yeah,
Shit's that fire?
ass coquito. Yeah,
Oh.
because it's the perfect balance of the flavor and the liquor.
Yep.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Shar, you got one.
She knows what she's doing.
Mind you, she put 2 cups of alcohol in each batch.
Oh,
So
so
it's
you gonna
like
get your
it be
money's worth.
hitting.
Nah, that-
that shit
Your money's
gonna
worth.
creep.
Yeah,
Creep right up on you.
cause I'm a creep.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about building your own grow op.
Okay.
It's like I want to start so bad. I'm afraid I'm gonna destroy some plants. What are some do's and don'ts?
Oh, with the grow up, basically, you just want to get you some lighting. You don't necessarily need a tent. You just need a space.
Okay.
And then you would need some strains to run. You do need some equipment, a little bit of initial startup, but just concentrate on getting you a decent light, and then some pots, and then some decent strains. And you basically good to go, because weed basically grow itself. It don't really take
Right.
too much. It is a weed. And more so with the weed, it's when you cut it down, know when to cut it down, and for peak freshness, and know how to harvest it and process it to get the most out of the product. Yeah.
Talking about harvesting, I know you mentioned something about you going to school for this. That's true. Like,
Oh, now I'm on the social equity track for cannabis in Massachusetts.
Word.
So essentially, that's like they decriminalized cannabis in Massachusetts. They made it initially where they said it was going to be from black and brown people to make a way into the industry, but they haven't been doing that. So they created the social equity track for black and brown people to get into cannabis, which is a multi-billion-dollar industry. And so basically, it's like a few classes I take bi-weekly, and when I get out, they're gonna cover my licensing costs, and then basically I can become a licensed to cultivate for a dispensary, become a dispensary, delivery service, produce extracts. You know, you pick one of the tracks to get into. So I'm picking the cultivation track, to cultivate for large scale commercial facilities.
Or so you'd be able to distribute to like Theory Wellness or something like that?
Be able to distribute. That's a fact. Distribute to all the dispensaries. Go for dispensaries. Let's see. Yeah, because THC is federally illegal, but CBD is still legal. You can ship your CBD products nation and worldwide, but the THC will have to stay within the state, domestic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Differences between CBD and THC?
CBD is a cannabinoid that's just like THC, tetrahydrocannabinol. So they both present in cannabis sativa, which is the scientific distinction of cannabis that we smoke, right? So CBD will be a component that's more medicinal. It's a component that has analgesic effects. It alleviates like inflammation. It can quiet seizures. Regulate your heart rate. It's different things that CBD could do, but there's other cannabinoids present within cannabis that they're exploring now as well that have other beneficial effects, just like CBD do. So pretty soon we're gonna have CBD, but then we're gonna also have other ones too, that come from cannabis that are helpful. Cannabis is like it's weird because it's almost like a human body, but in reverse. It runs off carbon. We run off carbon. It has minerals it needs that we have minerals that we need. So we coexist off the same exact shit. It's kind of just like a brown person. Cannabis is like a brown person. They both feed off the same exact shit. It's weird as hell. It's crazy. It's like a brown girl. Cannabis is like a brown girl because only the girl plants make flowers.
Word.
The boy plants don't make flowers. So it's like taking care of a brown girl, essentially. She gets finicky, attitude, all that shit. Bust your ass. She'll flip on you. But if you treat her right, she'll take excellent care of you. That's a fact.
How many
That's a
plants
fact.
have you destroyed?
Oh, shit. I done fucked up some racks on some plants.
Damn.
Well, probably like, man, I don't even know. I can't count.
So what do you do with it? Like, do you like throw it out?
You gotta do something with it. Make
Depending
some
on
edibles.
how big it is. If it gets to the point where it's already started producing
Fuck
THC,
that.
like if it's grown and she's budding, you might could salvage her.
Yeah.
You might could blast her. That means process her into extracts. You might could turn her into edibles. You know what I mean? So there's ways to salvage it. A lot of grow ups that's like in Cali and Denver, they might be like, a warehouse full of motherfuckers growing weed and they're multi-billion-dollar production, but they have a lot of pests. So you'd be surprised that maybe 70% of them flowers they can't use. And they just take all them flowers that's fucked up with pests and just turn that shit into like distill it, you know what I mean? Or extracts, So that's a way that they get around fuck with the bugs, because the bugs will fuck your shit up for real if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't have a pest management system to deal with the bugs. That's what most people occur when they go inside. Because when you get cannabis inside, you start growing it. This might have happened to a lot of people. And they start getting some type of bug problem, like an infestation. They don't really know how to deal with it. And then basically it just fucked the whole grow op up and fuck all their money up and everything and shit. And the easy way to deal with bugs is kind of think about it like the plant want to be outside. It don't want to be in a house. It's just like a little. Just think about it like a child that's supposed to be free and roaming. So if she want to be outside, if you put her outside, she'll do the best. If you put her inside, you got to give her exactly what she needs to do what she needs to do. You know what I mean? So if you is growing cannabis in the house and you got a problem, you can hit me up on my social media. Marc Austin is crazy. I'll try to diagnose your situation for you, try to help you.
That's dope.
It do take a little bit. I know when I started and shit, ain't nobody want to fucking help me. Before I started getting to it and shit, and I realized that money growing trees.
When you said 7 years ago, people probably didn't really know as much around here as. I feel like the knowledge is common now. I feel like I'm dumb late and I should have been started growing. So I feel like the knowledge is more common now.
More prevalent.
So
yeah, I
there's
agree.
more people that I think would be willing to help, such as yourself. 'Cause
I agree.
I'm gonna need the help. Nigga.
Nah, you be surprised though, because in the industry it's a lot of it's not a lot of us, I would say. You know what I mean? Just to keep it. It's not to say nobody ain't cool, but
Yeah,
you
I
don't-
heard
yeah, you
something
don't-
about in Springfield. Is it true there's a minority owned company trying to open up a dispensary out in Springfield, but they're giving them a hard time?
I don't know.
Like mad
be
loopholes.
surprised.
Is either in Springfield or somewhere in Mass.
I wouldn't be surprised, because going through this track, every license that's been given out for cannabis dispensary has been to, you know, someone other than Spanish or black person, basically. Not to say it was all white people or anybody's. I got love for everybody. It's just the way the system is built. But right now it's the time for us to get into it and start to kind of carve a path into it. If you got the interest, you know what I mean? You definitely could.
This conversation gets brought up every single time, like legal cannabis is talked about. It is fucked up that niggas are still locked up for that shit for weed.
That's a fact.
It's still it's fucked up. Like they need to let these niggas the fuck out.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's fucked up.
That's crazy.
That's the fucked up part to me, is that we got to go through social equity just to get a fair say in the shit. And most of us is the ones went to jail for. I went to jail for weed too. I know a lot of people went to jail for weed. You know, that shit just a bunch of extra money, a strike on your on your record and shit. And now motherfuckers out there making billions of dollars and you done lost mad jobs because you had a weed charge on your record. That should have shut you down for years. Before they would seal your shits and before it was decriminalized, we would hold a lot of motherfuckers back, you know what I mean? For a herb. Because that shit is a herb, honestly. It grows from a seed. I know motherfuckers get addicted to it and shit, and they play it like it's a drug. But if it was a drug, motherfuckers would die from it. Ain't nobody died yet. That's why me and my mom get into that shit. You know, if you read the Bible, it says all herbs and seed-bearing plants to use, you know what I mean? So I'm more of a herbalist and shit. But I can understand the idea of saying it's drugs. People make money off it, exploit it and shit. But
The only reason why that is because it's illegal.
yeah, prohibition.
If this shit wasn't they didn't make it illegal to begin with. 'Cause,
Do you
it
guys
used to
know
be-
the
they made
history
it-
of how weed became illegal in the United States?
Oh, absolutely. You could give it to me again, though. I love hearing it.
The version that I know is, I believe, in the 1930s, the head of the FBI kind of needed something to be pissed and vexed about. So he was like, what can I choose? Weed.
Yep. And they got it.
And it's been on lockdown ever since.
Yeah, decriminalize it off the backs of Mexicans.
1930s.
Yeah, I was about to say the same shit. Even the term marijuana it was from.
It's derogatory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's talking about Mexicans.
Yeah.
Just to make them look dirty. And then the whole reefer madness shit came
Yep.
out.
Propaganda.
Yeah, they try to make it seem like you smoke weed, you
Devil's-
go crazy, kill
devil's
your wife,
lettuce.
throw your wife out the fucking windows and shit.
Yeah.
That shit is so dumb as fuck.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I can't stand it. But we usually have artists on, like, so cannabis is, it makes the brain go crazy. So a lot of artistic shit comes from smoke and weed, but you're a legit artist. You paint, you do a lot of shit, you videography. I see. So it's like there's a bunch of things that you do. Does that also come from getting high?
Nah, I think I was always creative before I smoked. Since when I was little, I always had a crazy mind. My mind just kind of worked crazy. Like, it's hard to explain. I didn't know it was always different, but yeah, I definitely was always creative even before I smoked. Yeah, before I smoked weed, definitely.
The app so I can see the time.
Oh.
But the weed helped though. You know, it helps. It puts me in another mind frame. But
You fucked up.
what she do? That weed, see?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to be like Cheryl. This is what she was doing just now, like what you
No,
doing.
we good because I can always extract it and
Word.
convert it.
All
We
right,
good, but
we gonna guess.
yeah, we guessing right now.
It's cool. All right, the
Use
first
the
thing,
carbon, yeah, use the melanin. It'll tell you.
the first thing I see when I look down at this sheet of notes. Y'all ready for this snow to come?
No,
Oh man.
and it's a frozen mix, by the way.
Is it really?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so it's gonna be nasty
Even
and
worse.
ugly.
Oh man, it's that shit that you.
Nobody
love.
want to drive in.
Yeah.
Damn.
New England shit.
Yo, shout out Smith House Records tomorrow for the Culture Fridays. We got to drive out in that nastiness to come out and perform. So tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, Blacksmith's super dope.
Hell yeah.
Super dope.
They were just here, Money Talk Radio.
That's beautiful. Shout out to Joe too. They some beautiful people, man. Beautiful people. Yeah, no, I've been the creating thing been for a while. I got a show in December for these right here, these no-tan pieces. It's a negative and positive. It's a Japanese technique using negative and positive space. So any way you look at it, any way you rotate it, it creates a new piece of art.
I know. I've been staring at this shit for a grip, and I just seen something else new. Like, he was like, you turn it either 4 ways, you can see something different every single time. And sure enough, I'm sitting turning this shit in circles and circles and circles and circles. I'm seeing something different every single time. My high ass gonna be stuck.
Yeah, nah, I appreciate you.
That's crazy.
Give it to you.
So when you started drawing and shit?
I've been doing drawing since I was probably like 6, 7. When then I started painting, I started doing graffiti in high school. And then everything just kind of jumped off the wall, and I started doing sculpture, started mixing, playing with different media, resins and inks, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Punch needling, silicone, all types of shit. I got a 3D resin printer at the studio. I've been messing with CAD, 3D designing little things that the resin printer will make. You know, it's a crazy little shit. I love that little machine. Yeah, but I just be having fun with it, man. A lot of that shit just come out of my mind. I just think about some shit I want to do, and then I just do it. So I be visualizing a lot. When I get high, when I lean back in my car and shit, when I be at my house, I go into the doo-wop. I just kind of like, you know, in Commission mythology, the doo-wop is the space when you close your eyes. It's like where all thoughts come from, that dark space and shit, the netherworld between your consciousness and your subconscious. So I just jump into there and shit. A lot of people don't really understand how to move kind of through their mind like that. Like in my opinion, all the realms that's outside of you is inside of you. So you got to really get into the realms of yourself to explore the outside of you. You know what I'm saying? So I just get in there and shit. And I kind of learned those techniques through my breathing. Like if you study the Negualese, which is some of our ancestors from around the equator, like the Aztecs and Mayans.
This that high shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
yeah,
look,
yeah. She said
you go down.
Rogan.
That's that shit. So you go down these rabbit holes, and you just be like, you be in there, you start studying shit, and then you finding shit.
That's a fact.
It's that high shit, bro. Facts. That's dope, though. That's dope.
Yeah, the Negualese, they're the ones that you see, like the Mayans. They put the bowl in their lap and they turn to the left, and they put their knees up, and you might see them like on the temples and shit. And so a lot of people don't know that all of those temples down, a lot of the what you would call pyramids, they don't look like pyramids because they don't got a top. They don't look throughout South America, but those are the oldest pyramids. They're not a pyramid. It's called a mound. The oldest pyramid is a mound. It doesn't have a capstone. You know what I'm saying? And the newer pyramids are the ones that's actually in Northern Africa. And when everything was together, which I think what they call that Pangaea, if everything was together, this would be Northwest Africa, would be America. So that's why the Moors called this the Northwest of Mexum, because when everything was together, this was Northwest Africa. So if you put it together, it makes more sense as to why those structures are here and not there. But that's just part of the lie. You know, it's part of the lie of what's being perpetuated through Freemasonry and through rogue other, you know, secret
Listen, you
organizations,
mentioned all of that, and I remember you had put a comment a while back that had to do with, like, I think black people saying that they're like Egyptians or something.
Yeah.
Is it true or not?
Yeah, I think shit. Well, I mean,
or descendants, or
black people to be,
yeah,
because black is like the way they use it now. It's like they politicize it, they weaponize it because it's a color. It's not a distinction of a nationality. So that's where I think what trips people up is because people they own the color part of it, but you're not black. You know what I mean? You're not black in your nationality. You actually have a place that you come from. So once you got split from that, it's easy to just say you're a color, and you can argue based off the color. Once you accept the color and the label of the color, then you can argue amongst yourself forever based off that program. So that's why, I mean, Egyptians came after Cometians, right? So at no point in this story was the people pale, is what we'll say.
Word.
Like light pale like this, the people wasn't that color. They was darker. You know.
So basically, Hollywood fucking it up.
Yeah,
Hollywood been fucking it up.
I think they're gonna tell you a story because Hollywood run by old white Jewish men. You know, they don't run the whole world, but they run Hollywood. Old white Jewish men definitely run Hollywood. They don't run the world, but they run Hollywood. And Hollywood is like You know, it's a way to tell a story so that you get caught up into the, you know, the move of it. You know what I mean? But,
weird.
I mean, if you get into the esoterics and shit, you can see basically who playing what side based off the symbolism. But if you never get into esoterics and none of the occult type shit, you'll never really know what the fuck Hollywood is about. Hollywood is it's a spell in itself. I mean, your happiness is a spell. Your happiness is an illusion. So everybody's a magician. It's just how you spin it. Being happy and deciding your happiness is you spinning your own illusion.
That's
so
some real shit.
How good of a magician are you? It's just, do you know how to play with magic? Are you building up your prana inside of you to do your magic? Or are you just on your mundane shit? Because, I mean, I don't know. It's different ways to think about it, I guess. But, yeah, all brown people come from, you got the Egyptians.
I'm really not fucking with Haitians.
Oh, shit.
I don't even put a spell on me. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Nah, you know what's ill about that? Nobody can put a spell on you unless you respect what they're saying and you know, unless your will for yourself is weaker than what they're trying to impose on you. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, hoodoo and voodoo is like, hoodoo is a practice, voodoo is a religion. You know what I mean? So hoodoo is like when you see people doing shit, like with skulls and when they got candles and they got rocks. That's hoodoo. Voodoo is a religion where you're actually bigging up your ancestors. So it's two different things. But I could dig it, man. It's different sides of it. I was split off from my spiritual. For a long time, I was split off from my spiritual heritage. Once I reevaluated my spiritual system and got into the one that kind of I was already in, now I feel a little more security in my art and my growing in my life and all that shit. It's just,
how do you feel prior? What do you mean by that?
Like essentially, like it's different types of bases, and I think around like most black people is Christian, Catholic, Baptist. So from your religious standpoint, sometimes. I'm not getting at nobody. I don't want to turn this into no crazy shit, but Carla told me go off when I came. I'm getting high and shit. So, I don't really, you know, people get born into your religious caste. It's not something that you choose offhandedly. If your parents are Catholic, you're Catholic. You know what I'm saying? Your parents are Christian, you're Christian. But that doesn't mean it's bad or good. It just means that's the starting point for your spirituality of when you came in. And then you got a journey to reach the end point. So I think people forget that they're a journey. They're not like an end point. And when I came in, my family Christian. I was born in Florida. All my family is really super Christian, super devout, church every day, Saturday. Bless you. So, yeah, when I came talking some shit later on, when I was like 15, 16, I started questioning all the shit they were doing. And I'm like, yo, is there only one? Why are you saying this about that? And why are you reading questioning shit? They were like, yo, you got to get the fuck up out of here. So, you know what I mean? They were family, but, you know, religious systems can make you shun your family. They can make you see your family another way. They can make you disown your family.
Word.
They can instill fear in you.
You brought it up,
you know,
but that same exact thing is why my family pushed back on me, because I asked the same question. I was like, you only believe what you believe because of where you live. You just so happen to be born in this area. If you were born on the opposite side of the planet, you believe something completely different. You only believe that because you just so happen.
I mean, it's co-culture.
You just so happen
you know?
to be born over here.
Yeah.
Like,
yep. And I don't think that's right or wrong. Like I said, everybody come in the story at their own part. You know, I think we all spawn into till we get into the body. You know, our spirit is eternal, and we take some trips. But yeah, I definitely know I was here. I know I was here. I know we've been here and shit, because I could see our likenesses in stone and shit. A lot of that shit gets hidden though. You don't never really get a lot of the statuettes and a lot of the antiques you're supposed to get. You get the ones they show you, but a lot of those got ripped and taken. They're in the Vatican stronghold, you know, because the Vatican got all of the statues that the motherfuckers took when they first started going up into Egypt, taking shit in 1909. They was ripping this shit off for like 10 years before that and hiding this shit in British Museum, so you never really see your likeness.
Right.
You know, so unless you wake up inside, you're never going to wake up to the lie, because the lie is going to be perpetuated for so long. It's like, you know, I got some shit I've seen and thought about. I wouldn't really put it out there too far, because, you know, people ridicule you. They
call you
scared,
crazy, right?
They get scared of that shit.
Oh, you bugging.
it's the people I think are afraid of people that think different. Like, you just because you think different, you got a different
my guy
mind. It's not
Kanye?
even thinking different, huh?
Like my guy Kanye?
No, that nigga Kanye is a
Don't make me
different.
start.
That nigga Kanye. That episode was so trash. I can't believe you
I
enjoyed
just
it.
did it just to set him off.
Yo, it's like I can't take this guy serious, yo.
Nigga's crazy, but
I can't
he
take this
cool
guy
crazy
serious.
shit.
It's like there's certain things like Yo, this guy's he's a I don't know, millions of dollars. Obviously, like you're great at something. Like you're in a better position than fucking anybody that I fucking know. Like obviously you're good at something. But when you talk about the people and politics, I just need you to shut the fuck up. Just talk about your arts, my guy. Like nobody wants to hear anything else. When you talk about your arts and even some business shit, I'd be like, all right, yo, all right, I can see that.
That's
but
the
when you're
problem.
talking about how
Shut up
people
and
move,
dribble, right?
how you people
That's how
move,
you sound right now.
nah.
That's
Nah,
how
I
you
don't.
sound.
I
No,
can
I don't. No, I'm
understand
telling him
that.
to
That's
be an
how you
artist. Be an
sound.
artist.
I can
Be the
understand
artist. But like he's a complete artist. Like music, fashion, all that. When fucking Joe Rogan asked him, he was like, "So what would be the first thing that you would change if you became president?" The first thing he said was, "Did you not see what they were wearing? I wouldn't wear white." And he was dead ass. Like that's what you worried about. That's what you worried about.
I don't think that.
Like, come on, my guy. No, you can't be my president. You can't talk certain shit. You act like you. There's certain things I want to hear from certain people.
I can
Like
dig that.
there really is. Like I can't take you serious. I'm not gonna take him serious. Like. Along with a lot of other people, I'm not gonna take this nigga serious.
I can
When it
dig
comes to the music, easy. Go ahead,
Fire.
produce your ass off.
Fire. Let him do his music.
Go make your
With no
your
politics.
fucking homeless guys clothes if you fucking want
Okay,
to.
okay,
Like,
okay.
and have all these
Okay.
sheep buy all that shit.
Yeah.
But
Bill, you know, clothes.
like, I'm just not
not a
with-
Kanye
I'm not-
fan.
Nah, I love Kanye. I
Just
just don't
as a
like. I don't
politician.
like politic Kanye.
I dig it. I dig it. Nah, I dig it. I got my own opinions, man, about all the celebrities, man. I don't know, man.
Let's hear them.
Somebody told me that nigga did the you know, a lot of politicians and a lot of the celebrities, they gotta take oaths and shit to be in these groups and shit. You know what I mean? And they give off symbolism when they do this shit. So they say Kanye got it down with the niggas when he fucking got into the accident and shit. You know, a lot of niggas shaved their head. That's Inception into one of them. You see groups of them do it at the same time, different shit. You know what I mean? And that's like it's different. It's different of them. Like it's the Rosicrucians. I don't know if they know about them. You always see them with a rose, like the Grateful Dead. That's one of their symbolisms. And then if somebody's been through different programs, like a Monarch program, they'll have a lot of butterfly symbolism in their shit. Like Katy Perry do the cat shit. A lot of cat shit is Monarch program, and that's when they basically it's an offshoot of MK Ultra. MK Ultra is when they realized that you can use light codes and sounds to brainwash somebody, basically TV and shit, right? So then they was like, well, let's
Manson's that guy.
let's create these people with this shit. But then they made an offshoot of MK Ultra, which was the Monarch program, where they said let's turn people into sexualized versions of themselves. So a lot of the stars been through this sexual programming where you see them and they're super sexual and they attribute it to fucking femininity or you know, she's sexually free, but they really been through this program to over sexualize them. So then we see them in music like, why are you so fucking sexual? You know that's just sexual, but it's aimed like that because of these programs they've been through.
Lizzo.
You know what I mean? So a lot of these motherfuckers,
You probably right.
a lot of these motherfuckers take these oaths, like some of these symbolisms, you know, like you would say see Jay with the diamond, but you know that same symbol you might see Haile Selassie throw up, but the diamond just simply magnifies anything that you trying to put under it. So if you put a triangle over something, it's strengthening it. You know what I mean? A square is a stable foundation. You know, a circle cannot be broken. I'm just giving you esoteric definitions. But then if you because a lot of people are symboli illiterate, so they don't know the meanings of symbols. So then if I show you something on TV and you'll be like, oh, okay, boom, this is, leave them alone, let them do that. They're just dancing sexually, but you be like, be like, yo, what the fuck? No. That's not that. That's this. But they won't hear that shit. So, once you learn a couple symbols and then watch some of this shit, you be like, oh, when your grandma be like, oh, that's the devil. That's the devil. You be like, no, it ain't the devil. But it ain't the devil. But what they're doing is they're raising the lower part of you through the frequency of the shit that they do, through the symbolism. These symbols been going on for millions of years. So when you see it, you're not just going to disconnect from it. It's in another part of your body. It's not in your mind. It's in your subconscious mind when you see a symbol. So that's how they use the power to steer motherfuckers and shit. Not to say don't fuck with it. I'm just saying I got a different view of this shit now. I used to do music. I used to be a rap nigga. I was rapping and all that shit. I sold some records and shit. I did some shit with Burntberry. That was a while ago. I still love my rap shit. We distributed 14,000 7-inch records, vinyl copies in France, Spaces Records. That was a label we did a little deal under. And then I did some shit with Sublime Records, Keista. That was in Europe. This graffiti dude, he distributed some records for us too. 12-inch I did with him. But yeah, the music shit got different facets. I went to a couple shows, like when I went to New York and I was meeting different people, and I'm like, it's levels to that shit to how far up you could go before you got to get into some other shit. You can stay independent as much as you want, get as much bread as you want. This is my opinion. Just fucking with niggas in the game. You know what I mean? I'm not saying no shit that's like just the fact. I'm just saying you could do this, but when you want to go in this way, and you want this machine to plug your shit into this way, and you want this shit to be pushed to these people through these people's channels, they're going to want you to do something else. They're going to want you to go somewhere with somebody else. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not telling you what you're going to do. I'm just saying that you want to use
You're going to be trapped in the closet.
You're going to do something else. Yeah.
Yikes.
That's a fact. But I mean, stay independent.
Oh my God, a rubber.
Like I fuck with Gook. Gook is a dude. I love that
nigga's
dude.
A beast.
I love that dude. I'm so happy that you.
Oh my guy.
That you fucking.
How was that New York trip?
It was fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a talent.
Yeah. We went out there for the weekend. First day we just kind of just chilled, and then the second day, this girl that he did a EP with, her name is Rita Kruger. So we're at the Airbnb, and trap house, yo. Yo, I'll show you the pictures after. Nah, but now that we're thinking about it, it fit the aesthetics of the video.
Oh, word.
So it kind of worked out. So Shorty came over, they shot the video. Music, he was out there, he was recording. Then in Brooklyn yesterday, he headlined a show with her. And the day before yesterday, she was dope. He just commands that attention.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
He gets on stage, and everybody's just like, who the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
Where both you guys were part of that BLM mural.
Yeah. Got out there on some shit.
How was that?
Nah, it was good. It was love. I was working with Tracy Whitfield. It was cool. Honestly, I don't feel no type of way. I feel like I'm just supporting the people that's close.
Did you attend that virtual meeting?
Nah, I didn't. I know they was upset about his letter, about Gook's letter.
Yeah.
They was pissed off and shit. There's a police website that one a retired police officer run that they had ran a little piece about his letter. They got mad that they used the blue flag, that he somehow supposedly disgraced the blue flag with his things. So I thought that shit was funny.
I knew he was about to piss everybody off. He wasn't going to get no love from either side. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I was like, this is why I fucking love this kid.
It was brilliant.
It was brilliant because I'm looking at the whole thing. Everything's so colorful,
she took a picture.
lively.
She was like, fucking Gook.
And then I see that T, and I'm like, all the color is all colorful. And then you see the T, and it's just like, it just sticks out. And it's just like,
beautiful.
nah, it's beautiful, but it's just like, damn, like, all those, silenced murders.
Nah, that's when I knew he was a certified star. Mm-hmm. That nigga's a star.
He doesn't care about pushing the boundaries.
Yeah, no, and it comes
There
from
are no
inside for
boundaries.
real. Yeah, he did that shit like I wasn't even thinking about that shit. I did that shit. Yeah, I was on some sweet shit in there because they paid me. I wasn't on no shit like him. I could get on some shit like him, but I'm like, nigga, yeah, that's what's up. Put the target on, nigga. That's what's up, nigga. Put that target on. Because that's what you do when you do shit like that. You know, when you got this skin. So it's like, fuck it. If you with it, then I'm with it too, my nigga. I'm with all my niggas. But we can't jump off the deep end for, certain people that's not really in it. So a lot of motherfuckers just at tables talking. And it's like that if you go out as a man and risk your life for the shit that some of these people be saying, you would be a fool. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of second guess that. Women be like, nah, you ain't doing shit. It's not that you ain't doing shit. It's like, you really want me to die for that shit? Like, you talking stupid. A man gonna jump when it's time to jump. But, yeah, Gook, I like his style. I fuck with him. He pushed the boundaries, yeah. And he just black enough to do it. When you dark skinned, it's a whole nother game. Trust me. I'm from Florida, I know.
No pun
Like, yo,
intended.
fuck that nigga. Shoot that nigga. That's how they be like. He dark. Fuck that. I don't know what he gonna do. That nigga didn't kill that nigga. That's how they be thinking. So I like, fuck it. Put that vest on, nigga. You got it, my nigga. Strap up. We all in it. We all in it. Fuck it. It's
How
real
long was
life.
you out in Florida? How long were you out in Florida?
Oh, I lived there till I was like 7, 8. Then I came back here. I came here, set up a little bit, and then I moved back. And I was kind of back and forth till I was in high school, and then I stayed here for high school. I was born in Daytona Beach, but that's where my family's centrally located. But Got family in Tallahassee, Miami, Orlando.
Tallahassee ratchet as fuck.
The Tally Ho.
Yeah, Tallahassee ratchet.
Tally Ho, yeah.
I was
Old
out
town.
there.
A lot of
once.
money out that bitch. A lot of big
Yeah.
guns, bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
Like, it's two
Yeah, it's
sides of me.
ratchet.
Like, I do all that astrophysicist shit, but I'm a straight nigga, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts. Niggas watching this shit gonna be like, yeah, he's telling the truth. Yeah, I get on some astro shit, but nah, don't cross me, because then they go to the other shit, you know? But it be love, though. You know. Yeah, but no, honestly, Florida's a funny place. There's a lot of people there that, like, they get into, it's a lot of really religious, deeply, deeply religious, so it's separated along those lines, you know what I mean? But you got more people that just challenge that shit, too, you know what I mean? And, nah, I ain't riding on religion. When I was younger, I was more so, they was like, you the devil, because all that shit I was talking about, you can't say that shit in down south church. They be ready to lynch you, you know what I mean? But then my mom brought me here, and I just always explored different sides of thought, just different ways of thinking about shit. And then I would get into it, and when I would want to learn it, things in that path would come to me, and I would just end up going down that path. So I've been on this shit for years. It's been a long time. I've been kind of getting into the esoteric shit maybe for like 15, maybe like 12 years. Yeah, 12 years in the esoterics and shit. And like, you know, the unknown, less known things. A lot of different books that I was gifted with. Yeah, just a lot of different shit, man. A lot of different shit.
Like what? What are some good reads?
Oh man, depending on what level you in, I would get the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Get that one. Get the Isis Papers by Francis Cress Wellesley. You gotta get that shit if you brown skin. You gotta get We Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. You gotta get that shit. That's a fire ass book. That's in that book. He's showing you pictures of how you was already.
Yeah. I heard that we were already here.
Yeah, 100%.
And that slave trade never really happened.
Well, I wouldn't say it happened, but I would say
Because they
I
was
saw
like,
something like that
how
the other
can you transport that amount of people at
Yeah.
that time?
yeah,
It was millions of people.
yeah. Nah,
But
it wasn't
mad
that.
people died.
In my opinion, it wasn't. It wasn't the way they present
A
it.
massive amount of people died.
And then they don't present the first part of the story. So you only
What's the
attribute
first
just-
part of the story?
The first part is that you was already on Earth for eons. You was already on Earth for eons. The people on Earth was not pale; they was brown. So all the people on Earth, as long as there was people on Earth, was before there was written history, you was already on Earth. They're going off from when written history started. So that's when he come in. He like, yo, written history. When I say he, I'm saying any motherfucker that's not telling the truth. So all them motherfuckers gonna burn. Because a lot of these motherfuckers know that shit. A lot of these people's in these high halls of academia, they know brown people was first. But they won't say that shit. So you're gonna burn with the lie. Everybody lying gonna burn. And all the brown people that's gonna cling to the lie, they gonna burn too. That's why a lot of black people gonna keep getting killed. Because you're not black. That's the fucked up part about this whole shit. As we keep moving forward into 2027. Because into 2027 is when you're going to be realizing who you is inside and what you are. So you're going to have a long night with yourself. What the fuck is you? What are you doing here?
You said 2027?
Yeah.
What's so significant
Because
about
Capricorn is in Chiron, and Chiron is like, okay. Anytime you want to know something about yourself, you got to look up. Because in the celestial bodies is representations of you. So the stars and the planets of what they call planets and God, all that shit you see up there that's moving, they've been moving up there forever. And that's just a projection of things that are inside of you. So if you look up there, you can see a map of yourself. According to that guideline, you can see what you do, how you act. Everybody on Earth, you can see all the possibilities and all the people through the star system, because that's a celestial representation of you. You don't go up there. That's why when they be like, you went to the moon, I'm like, how the fuck you go to the moon in a tin can with some foil on this shit? You went to the moon and you can't go back, and you don't go no more, and you don't build shit there? What are you talking about? But the cognitive dissonance is thick on a motherfucker. That shit is thick on your mind, because it's not just lies he's using to perpetuate that shit in the mind of the people. It's magic. The nigga's using magic. That's what I keep trying to say. It's not going to make no sense to nobody that don't have no understanding of what I'm saying. Magic is simply the manipulation of the elements and the understanding of the symbolism of the star system to change the possibility that could be the future. The future is not foretold. It's all different paths that converge in different ways. The future move like this for any like your future in 3 decisions could change to a place that you never thought your future would be, right? So one decision could change the path of your future in a way that you never would have expected.
Yep.
In
I'm
a
I'm on that
multiplicity
type
of ways.
Hell yeah.
Because this is how you do hoodoo. This is how people is able to uncross you, unblock you. Sometimes you get to a point in your life where your shit's fucked up, you don't know why. How'd I get here? It was 3 decisions ago that you done fucked yourself up and you got in a bin of decisions and you don't know how the fuck you got in this bin, and it was 3 decisions ago, 15 years ago. And sometimes you need to go in the spirit world and pull them strings apart. You know, you get like tied up like a ball of yarn. But I ain't have all these understandings before I got into this shit. But once I got into my own spiritual system was when I realized, oh, this is what the fuck you've been doing. This is what he's doing. So when you comes to that slavery shit, they're going to perpetuate the lie and the trauma. Because let me tell you how you brainwash somebody. Let me tell you how you cast a spell on somebody. And this is ill. This I tell my sister this all the time. It's through repetition, 1, trauma, and symbolism. Repetition, trauma, symbolism. That's how you cast a spell on somebody. What is the way they tell slavery? It's all 3 of those. They give it to you with symbols. They give it to you with trauma. Oh, the pain of slavery. The pain of slavery. Every movie you see is the most fucked up part of some shit that happened to you. So you just dwell in that fucked up part of yourself. Not ever realizing that you was the king in the story. All of the blue blood people, that's King Arthur and the Round Table, is all brown people. Saint Maurice, all brown people. You see what I'm saying? Let's keep going. Jacobus, King James, brown person. His mom, Queen Elizabeth, brown person. But you will have to dig through. You will have to go to fucking Library of Congress and get into some books and shit before you even see any pictures of that shit, because that shit's scrubbed from public school. Who started school? Who started the curriculum of public school? The Rockefellers. So the public school curriculum been set. It's been scrubbed from this shit. You're not going to see it when you go to school. That's why I said this school got no walls. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's going to be a long night. A lot of us is waking up to the fact that we not black. But then you're like, well, what? We know we not black, so we say we this. So I just say brown. It's not to say you can't represent the blackness, because you do represent the blackness. To speak of what I am, I know what I am. A lot of people might not know that, but human beings, in essence, if you brown skin, then you got carbon in you. Carbon. Some people call melanin carbon. But everybody's a carbon being.
Yeah.
But you got melanin and faux melanin, different types of melanin, right? The melanin that's in the plants is like chlorophyll. Basically, a melanin is melanin or faux melanin. Essentially, what they do is they allow you to take information from the sun and translate that into information that your body can use to do something. So that's what your body does with melanin. It takes information from the sun, from the moon, and it translates that into information that you should be doing something. Now, I mean, now everybody get born with intuition. It's like when you go to college, you pay a tuition. But when you get born with intuition. So you get a gift when you're born of intuition. He's like, what gifts is you born with? You born with your intuition. Go in a room with the door open behind you and tell people to come in and try to guess who's standing behind you. I bet you'll be able to do it. I bet you'll be able to do it, but you only strengthen the seen part of yourself. You never strengthen the unseen. You only deal with the light. You never deal with the dark. Mm-hmm. All of them is a part of you. So if you don't explore the dark part of you, not the devil or the demon, I'm saying the dark as far as the shadow, the part of you that you don't like to show to people. Because they stigmatize a lot of the negative shit, so they make devil, horns, hell, red, black, all of this shit. And it's like, that don't have, like, when you're dealing with Luciferians, you think that these people that worship, so-called worship the devil, that's scary to you? That would be scary to you? How would that be scary to you? Unless it's been stigmatized in your mind to the point where you're so goddamn scared of anything these people say or do that you like, oh, it's the end of the world for me. Because I'm not saying it's wrong or right. I'm just saying you got to understand how much of the program has been implanted in you since you was little. These people don't got shit to do with you. They're not trying to convert you to nothing. They don't. I'm not saying I'm one. I'm just saying I done went through they shit. It don't have no fear. It don't hold no fear for you because you were first. So everything somebody else do is just a version of what I was already doing. So why would I be scared of it? So then when I'm not gonna tell people not to be scared. I'm saying the level that you can deal with the darkness is the amount that you reconcile with the darkness within you. So you have to reconcile with the darkness within you to deal with the darkness present in anything else. You see what I'm saying? So I'm a type of person, I've dealt with the darkness. When it's an accident, I'm like a crime scene investigator. I'll go check the shit out. Everybody ain't like me. They don't want to go see the shit. I want to see it because I want to know that you're not lying to me. You see what I'm saying? Because niggas lie all the time. It's 50 bodies. It's 50 bodies? It's 50 bodies. Where they at? Show me. He's like, no, they can't show
about
you because
it.
they died. They're blah, they're blah. They're 15, they're 14. I know, but I'm saying that's horrible. But let me see, because you might be lying. You lied already.
Just like these COVID numbers.
Oh.
Let me see.
Yo.
Let me see, because
I don't know.
That's what conspiracy is.
I'm not saying that it's not real, but it's just the numbers.
I agree with you.
Yeah,
just the numbers,
they
that's
politicize
it.
the
That's
fuck out
it.
of it.
I agree with
That's what it is. I think it's a power thing. They trying to control people. It's a thing, obviously. It's real. It's there.
Yep.
But I don't believe the numbers, and I don't think it's no way near as bad as they say it is.
you. Yeah, but I agree with you. I seen it change different ways since it started. I know for a time they was labeling everybody that was sick.
That alert that they sent on my phone the other day pissed me off.
I didn't get that alert. I see everybody talking about that shit. I didn't get that.
They had updated, they had installed an update on your phone that would give you a COVID alert. That's what they were supposed to do. Maybe your phone get an alert, but they had updated everybody's iPhone, and they did that. That right there is what I'm talking about. That instills fear. From a spiritual perspective, an esoteric perspective, if you think about the shit that they do and the way the energy gets exchanged on a daily point, you will understand who got people under control. You know what I'm saying? But if you deal with it from a perspective of just the surface, it's just like, okay, boom, that's the government, blah, blah, blah. But who's the government? Who are these people? The government's not a million people. It's a couple people in a few buildings. So what is this shit? What are y'all doing? Why are y'all trying to make me scared? Because fear is a prison that everybody in. And once you put somebody in fear prison, they're not going to do nothing. They're not going to actualize. It's like a plant when it's sick. It don't grow
do
to its
whatever
full
you
potential.
say.
You know what I mean?
Literally, that's what people do. That's
a
eating out
fact.
the fucking government's palm right now.
That's a fact, bro.
Niggas is asked out because they said no stimmies to after
I don't
election.
even give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck. Like,
I said,
whatever.
fuck that.
Got him.
I don't even
Some
like
real shit.
that conversation. That's another conversation too. When people get stuck in a loop and don't want to try to get out.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was
What,
a
a
system
two-party
built-
system?
It was a system built for that. But fuck, man, like there's generations of shit, generations of people not doing anything. Like you got to break that family curse, man. You got to do something. Get the fuck out, man.
That's a fact. Nah, shit. If you get some money, put that shit in Ethereum or Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin gonna be worth more than $1 soon. They're strengthening every day because the money gonna go virtual, and Bitcoin is gonna be the new currency. Everybody's getting into it. Like the big banks was talking shit because they was trying to get a way into it, and now they're getting in, and pretty soon the Fed's gonna be in, and everybody should have one Bitcoin because the dollar is currency, and it's made to lose value over a certain amount of time. So the Noble Drew Ali, the prophet, said that it's going to be a time when there's a $20 bill on the street and nobody's going to pick it up. So that's how you feel now. When you go in the store, the dollar's getting less and less and less. That should be $16 now. You be getting like one bag. You used to get 3 bags. So this shit just going to keep going like that. So you got to invest your money in some shit that you can't see. And the new money, because the new money's coming. And the new system is here. The new system is going to be computers. It's going to be more through your phone, and it's going to be through the virtual world, because that's where they're trying to push everything through the virtual world. Because I wouldn't say America, but the interests that represent America, like Donald Trump's interests. Like Donald Trump is not himself, right? He represented by a group of people, and those people is an interest. That's like an old school interest, right? It's like the idea of America is rebellious, but the idea of China is more so I don't give a fuck about the people, right? But China got a lot of technology. Follow me, I'm going somewhere here. China got a lot of technology and shit. In the technology world, niggas piggyback off of shit, right? So it's like if I'm in the technology world and I make up something new, I don't get known for that. In America, a lot of innovation gets stifled because of the legal system. Whereas in Asia, if I come out with technology, there's nobody that's going to sue me. I could just bite this shit and just make it better. Bite off you, make it better. Bite off you, make it better. So what I'm saying is Asia's light years ahead of us as far as technology. So they have a stronghold on the shit that we need as a group, as a people. If you're relating to Donald Trump, or if you're relating to American, apple pie, baseball, all that shit. You see what I'm saying? Apple pie, baseball, American flag,
Can't
which is
get
all
any more
boring shit.
American than
But
that.
I'm just saying that's who put Donald Trump in office. But what I'm saying is there's the other interests in the world, which are the Asian interests, and they are run by technology, and they're coming here. So what you're going to be dealing with is a lot of companies that look American, but they're going to be run by Asians. Because Asians basically own America now. Who do you own the most of the deficit to? It's Asia, right? You owe them trillions of dollars, right? So they own most of the shit. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to push it in a more technological way. And all the shit that we do as the human flesh and blood people is we're just going to get paid to be alive. You're not going to have to work your job no more. They're going to pay you a virtual amount of money just to be alive, just to be a human. I know it don't. I know it sounds crazy. And then he's like, what are you talking about? Well, I've been saying this shit for like 10 years. They're going to pay you just to be alive because they need you to power the rest of the shit. Now, the whole rest of the infrastructure is going to be run off computers. They're going to have computers. They're going to have machines and computers driving buses, flying planes, making deliveries. What do they do now? Who delivers shit now? Yeah, they got Amazon niggas delivering shit, but they already playing with drones to deliver shit. They already got drivers that are
Tesla trucks,
computer.
nigga.
So they're trying to make the infrastructure 30% computers, then 50% computers, and then, you know what I mean? But in that, it's going to free up all these people. You think it's bad, but it's not bad. Because this is what niggas was talking about. So now all these people that was working these jobs, y'all not going to have your job no more. But is that really bad? Because now you can actually go do what the fuck you was supposed to do and get out of that fucking slave job. Do you want to be a slave or do you not want to be a slave? You got to think about what the fuck really I'm saying now. Because they about to free up all y'all motherfuckers. They going to pay y'all just to chill. Imagine $1,200 a month to stay home. What did they get? Would you do it? But if you did that, what would you do it yourself? You're scared of it because you're scared of yourself. What do you need to be doing? What was you supposed to be doing? It wasn't working that job in the first fucking place. But now you got to have like, a long night with yourself, like I said, and figure out what the fuck you're supposed to be doing.
These uncreative ass
What
motherfuckers.
are you doing with yourself?
Yeah.
They can't do
Wrong
shit.
questions.
Yo, I fucking hate.
What are you
I
doing?
I really do hate to stop
My
this.
lord.
We had
I
a
really
great time.
do. I really do hate to stop this.
I gotta bring you some more weed.
Yeah, we gotta bring you back sooner than later.
I would love to anytime come here.
Hell yeah.
This is a
Give everybody your social media. Where can they find you? If they need some help with some flowers, if they want some art, where could they get that at?
Please hit me up on Mark. Is shit high as fuck. Marc Austin is crazy everywhere. Instagram, WeTube, YouTube, Facebook. Marc Austin. You need some flowers. You need some Keith. You need some advice. Don't look for no dick.
What the fuck?
Oh wow.
Pause, nigga.
Yeah, because girls
Oh, my
come
jeez,
and they think that I'm a guiding light. I'm not disrespecting nobody. I'm just saying,
Yo.
ladies, just advice. I'm talking bitch. I'm fucking.
Alright, yo. You want tickets? Hit myself, Carla, Chico, Sherelle. Until next time, we out the show tomorrow for the Culture Fridays, Smith House.
Can't wait. They're gonna kill it. Ayako Keto working.